What is Mike Mbuvi Sonko up to politically? The former Nairobi governor, the second Nairobi governor, who was impeached out of office and dashed politically, is back in the political trail, sending mixed signals. I want to share with you two photos. And from these two photos, we are going to build our political podcast from it. This first photo you are seeing, Mike Sonko visited the family of Hassan Joho, that is in Mombasa. And you can see the person, someone seated far right corner, next to Sonko is Hassan Joho. But then Joho looks frail. I don't know why. I think he's still not unwell. Really, if you check, you realize he looks a bit frail. And he was condoling with the family of Joho who had lost their sister. That was in Mombasa. The same week, Mike Sonko again held another meeting with the vibrant Nairobi politician, the Embakasi East Member of Parliament, Babu Owino. And he said that Babu Owino is his long-term friend, of course, during the days in politics. Babu Owino and Mike Sonko are not new to controversies. And again, they have the same brand of politics, especially in Nairobi politics. When you have Babu and Mike Sonko in one camp, then I can tell you that that is not a camp you can easily dash off. That's unbeatable camp in Nairobi politics. Despite of Sonko having a very big popularity in the city politics, he's been in the cold. After impeachment, towards the last general election, he went back and I think asked for forgiveness from Uhuru Kenyatta. But after the election, he again crossed over and went to the defected to William Ruto side. So within 1 year, he has defected twice, going back, William Ruto, then coming on the other side. So he's met Joho, who is a deputy party leader. Around Joho, deputy party leader of ODM party, and also Babu Owino, who is a very strong politician here. The former city boss was recently blaming state operatives, targeting him with flimsy corruption charges during his tenure as a Nairobi governor. And the only reason why Sonko is hanging, or rather decided to hang around William Ruto power, is just immunity. I don't think it's about any job, because having served as a governor, the only opportunity that he can be given is perhaps a minister. He has not been given any appointment, and an attempt to sanitize Sonko and Waititu by giving Waititu some appointment in Nairobi River Commission was stopped by the court. So William Ruto is a bit tired, and there is nothing that he can give. There is no public office that maybe Sonko can be given. Now, the other thing that we also have to pay attention to here is Babu has shown intention to seek the Nairobi gubernatorial seat in 2027 alongside Tim Wanyenyi, while all of them are angling for the hot ODM ticket. That has placed Raila at crossroads. Sometimes I normally say that, you will defame and say everything about ODM. But in Nairobi here, quite a number of politicians angle for that position, for that ticket. If the ODM ticket had been given to the ODM candidate, if the governor ticket had been given to the ODM candidate, Tim Wanyonyi, then he would have really given Sakaja a run for his money. I think Sakaja could only beat Igathe, but it was not easy for Sakaja to beat a combined effort of around Tim Wenyonyi. Having been barred from contesting after impeachment, Sonko seems to be aligning himself to Raila Odinga. He seems to be defecting to Raila Odinga's side. But I'll not be more hypothetical here, because I want us to be very realistic into what exactly is happening and the way the politics of the country is going. As I told you, I've been insisting that if you think there is a referee that will come and blow a whistle for campaigns to start, then you are late. 2027 campaigns are already in top gear. They have started. Politicians are already going back. If you look at video clips in Kisumu, you listen to politicians from Kisumu, from Nairobi, from other parts of the country, you realize that people angling different positions are already on ground. They've started the groundwork. So before that, allow me to remind you about Topmark Movers. Topmark Movers is an amazing company, and they are reliable, professional, affordable in moving your household items or office furnitures from one place to the other. Topmark Movers are specialists in house moving, office moving, storage services, international moving, logistics services, and fumigation services. Contact them through the website www.topmarkmovers.com, or you can as well place a call directly to through their contact number +254 7 19 17 43 93. Topmark Movers, they're saying quality is everything. I want to explain to you why Sonko has been left with no option but to go on Raila's side. And you know, the deep state has kicked Sonko out of William Ruto's 2027 campaigns. That is it. And why am I saying, how am I making this observation? If you see the architecture of our politics now, especially the Kenya Kwanza, you realize that there are two things happening. Number one is revamping the UDA party. And there are leaders that have been picked to spearhead visibility of the UDA party. Mike Sonko do not have his own political party. And Mike Sonko is actually a member of the UDA party. As of the last general election, he campaigned for the UDA candidate in Mombasa. That was Hassan Omar, who was facing off with the Abdul Samad Nasir. So you have not, since general election, despite the fact that he does not hold a public office, he's not been seen around UDA offices or even attending UDA sensitization activities here in Nairobi, Mombasa, or any other part of the country. Mike Sonko last year until December was accompanying William Ruto in nearly all the state events within Nairobi and Mombasa. Now, lately you will realize that he is not anywhere around William Ruto. In fact, I tend to believe that if he needs an appointment, he will just easily place a call. But he's been locked out of William Ruto's tour presence. There are two observations I want us to make. William Ruto has made two trips. One is Ukambani, and the other one is Coast. Mike Sonko has a following and a bigger popularity in Ukambani, especially the Machakos, where he has a place. He has a home in Machakos. Then also Mombasa. All these two trips that all these two tours that President William Ruto did in those areas, Mike Sonko was nowhere. And he has realized very well that he's been left out in the cold. And that is why, and I want to say that is the opportunity that is seen why, to remain politically relevant, he has decided to align himself with the Raila Odinga wing. Now, the other second observation you can also make is that Sakaja is playing hardball on the city fortunes. I want to tell you that, being that Sonko had served as the Nairobi governor, the best he understands or where he can easily benefit is Nairobi County. He's the person who understands and knows to date who is in charge of tender X, which tender has been advertised, which one should be given, and which he should go for. Actually, the only way he will then stand to benefit is through tenders. The tenders probably from the county or even from the national government. I seem to see that even Sakaja has also locked out Sonko. And that's why he's finding means of survival. Immediately, Sakaja got the ODM MCAs, he became very comfortable. And things then felt very well that there is nothing to worry about. Sonko would also align himself with the Mombasa ODM wing, Abdul Samad Nasir. And that is why he's also looking into the ODM wing. There is something that he has known very well, that as the tide goes, it will be politically right to position himself, because after the 2027 elections, what the country will be focusing is the 2032 presidential transition. So there's going to be, whether Ruto gets 2027 or not, in 2032, there's going to be a transition. So he's trying to angle himself and maybe try to team up with Babu. Is it to create a euphoria like that of Bob the Wayne? I can tell you, from 2027, we are going to end the politics. The political ecosystem is going to change. And we might go to Bobi Wayne versus Museveni style. So I think they're trying to build a euphoria. And politically, he's sending a message to William Ruto that if you don't take care of me, then I have an option of going to the ODM. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. And let's meet in the next podcast. Thank you.